Hi guys. I wanted to get on here and do a video. I wanted to fix the video that we had the other day. When I do videos on Facebook Live, it compresses the video, so when I upload it to YouTube, it's much easier than if I were to just record it without you guys. But I wanted to show you guys my princess ears. I got these a few years ago. I want to say I got these in like 2020. I got them because I wanted, they won't fit on my, I got them because, the crown, and I'm wearing them today because it's my birthday birthday month. So don't forget, if you order $50 or more this month, I'll send you a lithograph, Disney lithograph. And I'll also send you a designer series paper, a roll of ribbon, or embellishment. There's a variety of different things that I'll send you when you order $50 or more with me this month using that host code. Now, I also have the Scotty Dog class, so don't forget to sign up for that. But that's a separate fee. The $30 doesn't apply to the $50. But if you order any product with that, then it will apply. So, so please, check that out. So I wanted to go ahead and show you this video. We did it the other day, but it came out funky. So I wanted to fix it. So let's go ahead and get that started. All right. There we go. Eventually I'll have one of those little switcher systems that'll let me switch it. So, okay, so I used this the other day. Why is it stuck? Okay, there we go. I used this the other day, and this is what we created. And remember how it was so blurry and not blurry. It came out funny. You see how the edges of it, are lined funny? It just doesn't come out right. This is how it should look. And where it's actually a tab, it's actually a tab for your folded paper. So I wanted to go ahead. Oops, I didn't grab my blocks. Here we go. We just need one little block, two little blocks. Because I already stamped the cat. Ooh, these are in tight. Because I already stamped the cat. Oh, I found an extra block on the floor today. Why is that crooked? I must have hit it just now. Sorry. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this. I have everything ready and I have the right measurements. So you take a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of paper and you score it at 3 1/4 and 8 3/4. Okay, so I scored it at 3 1/4 or 3 1/2 and 8 3/4. Okay, and that will give you the nice overlap, and your card will overlap here. So then for the designer series paper, for the stripes, this is 3 by 3 1/4, and so that meant I needed to have a white layer that was 3 1/4 by 4. Okay, so you see, to get the nice layer, you need to have, if you want a 1/4 inch layer, or this is a 1 inch layer around, but it's 1/4 inch total. So let's go ahead and glue that down because that's what I want first. My internet had the worst time this last week. It went out several different times, and so I'm hoping that it won't go out while we're doing this video. So I don't know. It was out on Monday and then it came back, and anyway, it was just messy. All right, so now we put this layer. Okay, and this is could totally be a cute birthday card in addition to being a Christmas, or I actually kind of thought it was maybe like a Hanukkah card, but I don't know because Mary doesn't really work. But and so then on the bottom right here, on the bottom layer, we have the gray paper, And this one is, I have it here, but I want to make sure it's right. So it's 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, that is right. Okay. 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. So that makes this, that makes this piece here 2 by 4. Okay, and that's where that bottom layer comes in. All right. I just wanted, I mean, the video just got so choppy, and then I eventually kicked me off because I had no internet. So I wanted to fix this for you guys. And I wanted to make sure you guys had the right measurements. And so, because it's no fun figuring out the measurements on your own. Ooh, 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 ooh. Luckily, I'm going to put a piece of white paper there. All right. So we've got that layer there. And this will be a little, we're going to glue that down. That's going to be a little, gift pouch. Then this piece of paper inside, I think this is 2 3/4, yep, by 4. I wrote these notes the other day when I was trying to redo the video for you guys, and I was like, you know what, let me just make sure this is good. There we go. And so now you need to take your tear and tape. We'll get to the little cat in a minute. Take your tear and tape, and I use something like tear and tape. You could use hot glue. You just have to use it very sparingly. You could even use the white glue. I tend to just use, this because it's strong. Also the adhesive plus, is a good one. And so, yeah, this video is going to replace the one that I did the other day. So if you've already seen this card, I'm sorry. But if you wanted the good measurements, now you have it. Okay. So, and then I'm going to fold this flap right down, and that way there's room for we want to make sure there's room for my gift card in there, and, room to write a little something. Oops, come on. I just use my nails to pick this out usually. But it's being stubborn today. There we go. All right, there we go. So now we've got our little pouch where you can easily put a gift card in there for the pouch, no problem. And so just, press that down nice and tight. I'm going to burnish this down a little bit tighter because I want it to lay flat. Okay, and that way it doesn't keep popping up. So then we come over here to our cat layer. I already stamped the cat. I don't feel like stamping it again. I stamped the cat. So this was the part that got a little messed up. Was on the original one, you see how it's much larger. If I overlay this, it's at least 1/2 inch larger than the piece that I have now. But you see the effect means that it just doesn't look, to me it looks like a mistake. I'm sure it's fine, but to me it looks like a mistake because it's not proportioned enough to be like, why would you add this flap if it's not going to be proportionate? Hi, Holly. And so I decided to redo it to make sure I had the right measurements. Now this, I believe, is only 2 inches by, yes, 3 1/4 inches. So this is small. And this is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Let me just make sure. Yeah. And that's how we'll get the nicer layer. As I showed you before, like this one looks much better because this intentionality of extra stuff on the side makes it just look better, So let's go ahead and color our cat real quick. And I'll get out this is just an extra one. And I need the light paper, not paper pumpkin, the light pumpkin pie. And I think the light soft suede. And let's see. And I believe I used $500. Let me grab my chart. If you guys Stampin' with Tammy, if you find, her name is Tammy White. She made this really helpful a chart that you can color in with your markers when you get the natural blends. And the goal of these natural blends is so that you can get good skin tones as well as good different colored hair. I really like that there's just a variety of different skin tones. And I really, yeah, 500 is the one I wanted. No, 600. Oh, it wasn't this one. It's 5 and 600. I used that instead. I used the 500 for the sand and I used the 600 for the cat. And so it's just cool that you can look on the side, but I can also see what happens when I blend. If I blend 300 with 500, I'm going to get this. So this is the 500, this is the 3, and in the middle I'm going to get a little different color. And so it's, you can see that great blend. And so she just added all the numbers on there, and that was helpful. Okay, so I want to use the 500 for the sand. I don't want to forget, and then I'll put it away. Okay. And then I'm going to use the 600 for the cat. And for the cat, I'm just coloring it just enough to add a little interest. So I'm coloring their tail. The black will still show through, but I want it to look messy. I don't want it to look like it's intentional. Oh, the ears too. Because you know how a cat's tail, it has that little extra color. And then I'm going to use, what's this? A light flirty flamingo in the ear here. Just a touch in the ear. And light gray granite for these 3 little holly. Okay. And then pumpkin, light pumpkin pie for my fish. And I'm not going to color the little Christmas tree in there because I don't really want to draw attention, because it does look like a little Christmas tree. I don't really want to draw attention to it. So by leaving it colorless, it gives you a little bit of a different, it gives you a little, it kind of hides, puts it in the background, I guess, so to speak. I don't have light pool party. I only have dark pool party. But here's the trick. When you don't have the light color, the lighter color of what you want, or if there's a color that we don't have a blend for, or you don't have one, you can use your ink also. This is the dark pool party, but I wanted a tiny bit of texture in the dark pool party. And so what I did was I took my color lifter. You can also use bronze, and you can also use ivory. These are 2 colors that are similar to the natural colors, and what they do is they just add a tiny bit of texture to and shading to your coloring. So sometimes, like, I colored some pumpkins and then I used the bronze to kind of shade it and give that orange a little different color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the color lifter, which technically will hide when you make a mistake, and I made a mistake here. The color lifter is like just an alcohol pen, and it'll pick up, it'll clear. I'd gone out of the line right there, so I take my little color lifter and I draw it, and it took away the color. It doesn't do it 100% if it's like a red, but it'll at least lighten it. This time it took it 100%. So what I'll do with the water is I'm just gonna color with the color lifter here a little bit, and what'll happen is it'll lighten little parts of the water so that it looks just a little, it just gives it a little tiny different, excuse me, different texture, even though water doesn't have texture. but it gives a different texture to the water. You see there's, especially right there, you see this little like lighter spot next to the fish there in the front. It's definitely lighter, and now it's lightening up here so that it looks a little bit, I don't know, a little different than just straight dark pool party. Then I took the light starry sky to color the bow and the leaves of this little holly sprig deal. Color the bow and the leaves. So it could be a little gift, obviously, and it could be a birthday card. I'm just keeping it as I think the inside could definitely be a good birthday. You could add a birthday sentiment. I'm not going to, but so that's my light starry sky, which I love. I love this color. It's only around for 2 years, which is such a bummer. Sometimes I just fall in love with colors. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw with the dark a little line across. And so it's a little messy. It's messier on my other ones because I had stamped the cat a little higher. And so there's a little extra space, but I did want a little bit of ground underneath, but I wanted it messy. I didn't want it to be perfectly aligned because I just think that gives it a little charm, you see. So this one, it's a little more obvious than this one. And so that's it for our, yeah. Oh, and then I wanted to add the little bit of the dark to the bow here. So there's little openings for the bow. And so I'm going to add a little bit of dark starry night to the bow. It just adds a tiny bit of color in there, tiny bit of shading, just a little bit of shading. Oh, and you know what I could do with the bronze? I want to show you the bronze. Yeah, isn't it cute, Holly? It's such a cute gift holder. Actually, I was going to show you with the bronze, or let's see, maybe I'll take the ivory because I don't want it to get too dark. So here's the ivory, and if I just add a little bit of ivory here to the sand, it'll actually give a little, it lightens it a little bit, kind of like the color lifter. Because ivory, it just gives it that little vanilla color. It's like a vanilla. And then when I put it back on my card, I'm going to be using Terran tape to put it on my card. And I'm just going to put Terran tape on I always try to double check. Okay, so this is the top of because sometimes I'll do it backward. So I just want to put some Terran tape across the top here. And I put a couple pieces. It's not gonna come off your card. I just do it a little extra just because it's the flippy part and I just don't want it to come loose. And so it's not likely to, but it's just me. And you guys know I use a lot of adhesive. So I'd rather have it stay than come apart later. Because sometimes people will save my cards. All right, and I'm gonna pop it in the center, but I still want to have a significant amount of gray showing. I don't want it to be, so it's not really halfway. I guess it's more like 3/4 up. I liked it more 3/4. Here it was halfway, but you can barely see the gray. And it was so big, it was like I was running out. So then my other little gray piece that I have, oh, don't tell me. I had it here a minute ago. I had a little gray strip that I cut out intentionally. Oh, there it is. It's right here. I was like, please don't tell me I lost it. Because that's what happened the other day. Like I had to cut everything, and I was trying to avoid doing that for you guys on camera this time. So I just like the versatility of this stamp set, which is what I was trying to show you guys. And that's why I went ahead and went back to redo it for you, because the versatility of the stamp set is good. You know, it doesn't have to only be for a Christmas card. It obviously is, but you know, if you make it that way and design it that way with all the red and green and, you know, all the things that are expected, then it will be. But I love versatility. That's why my Scotty Dog class is really good, because my Scotty Dog class, you'll see, is using the Scotty Dog stamp set in more ways than just Christmas. And I think that you'll like that. I'm going to turn that. Darn, I wish that hadn't got a little. You've been good this year mostly. And so that's perfect for a birthday sentiment, actually, as a funny birthday sentiment. There we go. I think I have some more comments. There we go. And then I just popped some dimensionals on it. Oh, I also punched the edges. I used the postage stamp punch. I love using the postage stamp punch. It's my favorite punch. I use it for everything. So all I did was I put an edge of it in, and I just gauge it with my eyes. You know, I don't try to measure it. Other people might measure it or mark it, and I don't. I just try to gauge it visually, but you could mark it if you want to. And I just try to get it in there straight and just be gentle, you know, because sometimes you need to adjust it and go straight down. And then I get my straight edge. I love using this postage stamp punch as for anything, not just, especially for like a border is what it would be considered, like a border. Okay. No, kitty, don't come over here, Bubba. Good. It's like as soon as I do a video, sometimes he'll just come straight up. He's like, I know you're doing a video, so let me come and sit right here. All right, so I think that's centered. Is it centered? Sometimes I have time looking at it in the front. There we go. And then I added the embellishments I used are so cute. They're the ones from, oh, and I got to stamp the inside. Then I wanted to stamp just a little paw on the inside, because how cute is that? I mean, come on. Stamp a little paw in here on the inside. There we go. And so I just thought that was a fun little addition to the inside of the card. And so that's our starry sky done. All right, so there's our card. The only thing I added was a gem. These are the solid faceted gems. These are actually not in colors. These are actually considered our regular standard year-round colors. So this is Mossy Meadow, Mint Macaron, Melon Mambo. I believe this is Blushing Bride, Night of Navy, and Balmy Blue. And this Night of Navy, even though it's not Starry Sky, in the gem it almost looks the same as Starry Sky. Night of Navy is obviously much darker, but so fun. I thought they were the perfect color, a little sentiment to add there, a little added little bling. And so that is our gift card holder. And so now I have 3 of them. So remember, as you comment and share, that means that, you know, I put you in for the drawing for them. And so for the extras that I have so many cards. When people comment and share, people don't even know. Sometimes I send them way more cards than I even needed. Now this is also a birthday card I made with that same set. I did, oops, I think I went the wrong, yeah, that's right. So this is a birthday card I did with the same set. No, kitty, no. This is this sentiment is actually from it says to from, you know, on the, or no, to the North Pole is what it says on the front. Let me grab it. Yeah, it says to the North Pole over here. Well, in order to cover up the North Pole and make it a birthday card, I decided to use the penguin, party penguin, or no, something penguin. And it's the penguin stamp set. No, it's the Party Puffins. Party Puffins, my bad. It's the Party Puffins stamp set that has You're the Best, and it also has this fun font for happy birthday. And so, it has these candles, Party Puffins, that's it. I keep calling it penguin. And so I mean, look at how I extended this stamp set well beyond what its intention was for. You know, its intention was just to be a Christmas stamp set, but you can really do a lot more with it. And remember, for the month of September, if you spend $50 or more, I will send you a Disney lithograph, and I will send you free a free package of designer series paper or ribbon or embellishments. Like, I have a ton of extra product that I want to gift to you guys because it's my birthday month, so I might as well do it. So $50. These are all the extras you get with a $50 order. So please go ahead and use this host code when you shop. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I'm glad I got that done finally in a clean, you know, video, so that we, you know, you guys can use all those great measurements. And I'll actually put them here real quick so that if you wanted to take a screenshot, let's see if that shows, that we could take a screenshot of the measurements if you needed it, because it was quite a few cuts, but I think the effect of this dang card is so cute. I mean, hello. So, all right, well, thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. I really appreciate your support and appreciate it when you guys are, you know, commenting and sharing. And don't forget, as you comment throughout the month, I have a Disney gift bag that I'm going to send. It's got fun little Disney gift items, you know, a pack of playing cards and a little whiteboard and several different Disney items in there, a Wishable, some Tsum Tsums, and the bag is super cute. It's a Tsum Tsum bag. And so that's my gift to all of you. So as you comment throughout the month, I'm tallying it up. And every time you comment, it's an entry. And then I will have a drawing at the end of the month that shows exactly who won. So, well, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.